All right, welcome everyone to Istanbul, Turkey. I am on the northern side of the Golden Horn right now near the Karakoy neighborhood. So we are overlooking the Süleymaniye Mosque right here. You can kind of see the minarets poking out. It's a partially cloudy day, so there's a little bit of fog, but I hope you can enjoy the view as much as I have been. If you have been to Turkey or it's on your list, let me know in the comments. I'm off to another beautiful location in Turkey later today, in which another video will be filmed, so make sure you keep an eye out for that one as well. Today's class is going to be kind of all levels to tone and sculpt. So we're going to incorporate a little bit of Pilates movements in there. This also incorporates some different breathing techniques. So if you've been practicing with me or if you practice yoga, especially vinyasa, you know our ujjayi breathing is in and out through the nose. We try to keep it lengthy and even. If we're doing some repetitive movements, we want to focus on forceful exhales. So I'll explain a little bit more as we get into it, but if we're crunching on a pulse of 1, 2, 3, 4, we're gonna do 4 small little exhales instead of really long inhales and really slow exhales. So I'll make sure to cue that in. Always just do your best, have some fun, and let's go ahead and get started in a seat. Wiggle into your sitting bones, let the hips kind of fall open. I like to use my hands to spiral the thighs out. It's an external rotation here, and then roll the shoulders back and down. A few rounds of deep breaths. Before we get into it today, let's go ahead and set an intention for our practice. So this is something, if you have a goal, that you're working towards, maybe it's flexibility, or I try to stay away from specific physical goals of weight loss or looking a certain way, but if you have one of those goals, that's great. I like to focus a little bit more on how I want to feel. So how do you want to feel while you're completing this or once you're finished with it? Some examples would be confident, strong, relaxed. So fake it till you make it, basically. Keep repeating what you want to feel as you go through these movements. I am strong, I'm confident, I'm relaxed. Eventually, the more you repeat it, the more you tell it to yourself, the more you'll start to believe it. Let's take a nice full breath in, sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Bring your right hand off the mat, stretch the left arm up and over. Bring the left fingertips to each other so the hand is really nice and active. Try to stack the shoulders, make sure you're not falling forward. Let the hip be heavy. While inhale, rise, keep that left arm nice and high. Bend your left arm. Let your hand find the middle of your upper back. Bend your right arm behind you, trying to get the fingertips to touch. If not, you're just reaching in that direction. You can kind of grab your shirt, grab your sports bra, or the table. Let your chest be nice and proud. And then lengthen through the crown of your head. Let's go ahead and release that. Bring your left hand off the mat, stretch the right arm up and over. Breathing into the right side of your body. Let the right fingertips be nice and active. Maybe shift your gaze up under your armpit. Breath in, let's rise. Keep the right arm high and then bend it so the hand finds the middle of your upper back. Bend the left arm behind and underneath. Again, going to catch the fingertips. You can use your towel or your shirt as a prop here. Now the ribs want to flare out as you arch your back. Try to suck the ribs back in. Imagine stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Great, let's go ahead and release that. Bring your hands onto your knees. We're going to start to draw big circles clockwise direction. So you're kind of bringing your torso forward and all the way back, hollowing out the belly. So you want movement from the midline, not so much from the head. And both sitting bones stay on the mat. Try to really engage the abdominals here. Last one. And switch. So going other direction, pull the chest forward and then hollow out the belly. You can use your hands here to deepen this movement and gripping onto the knees. Great, let's take one more. Come back through center. Use the inhale, pull the shoulders back, chest forward, gaze up. As you exhale, bring your chin into your chest, round your spine. One more round of that seated cat-cow. So inhale, pressing the spine into the back of your heart. And exhale, drawing the belly button in, chin to the chest. Great, we'll come back through neutral. Go ahead and extend your legs. Keep a bend in the knees. Now bring your feet about mat's distance, so they're a little bit wider than hips distance. Reach your arms out in front of you, and we're gonna lean it back to about 45 degrees. So you can feel your abdominals engage here. Great, palms face down, roll the shoulders back and down. We're gonna pulse back for 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. As you come up, reach your arms up, draw the belly in. As you exhale, roll back. Pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, bring the chest forward, biceps by the ears. Exhale, palms face down, roll back. Let's pulse back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale all the way up, belly in. Exhale, roll back, pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, 45 degrees and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, last time, you got this. Exhale, roll back 45 degrees and pulse. Shoulders out from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Plant your hands, cross your ankles. Let's find a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. Hips stacked over your knees. 2 rounds cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward just like we did seated. Exhale, rounding, firm down the palms, tops of the feet. One more inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and bring the left or right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, stretch your left arm high. Try to keep the hip points square to the mat. Bring your gaze up. As you exhale, thread your left arm through, palm face up. Reach your right arm forward. Thread the needle stretch, really pressing into the back of your left hand. Press down through the tops of your feet. Try to lift the outer hips up. And then bring your right hand down. Use an inhale, stretch the left arm high. Exhale, switch, left hand center. Inhale, right arm reach. Spread the collarbones apart. Draw the belly in. And exhale, thread it through, palm face up. Walk your left hand forward. Really pressing into the back of the right hand. You kind of want to bump your hips a little bit to the right. Try to press the top of your ankles down into the mat. And then walk that left hand back. Inhale, stretch your right arm high. Let's find tabletop position. All right, what we're gonna do here is walk the hands out just a few inches. So it's like you're in tabletop, but a little bit extended. Now this is not proper form for yoga. However, what we're gonna do is use our triceps strength to lower the elbows down, and as we do that, you're gonna shoot the right leg back. So it looks a little bit like this. So the elbows come down, the right leg goes back. So we're in a forearm tabletop. Now we wanna tap the right toes outside the left side of the mat. Inhale, draw a big rainbow up and over off the right side of the mat. Up and over to the left, to the right, 2 more left. Try to keep the hips stable, especially that left hip. Gaze is down, last one. Tap it off the right side. And then you're gonna press into your hands, stretch the right leg up and back. Exhale, crunch it into your nose. And then put the right knee back onto the mat. Now we're gonna do that same thing on the left side. So drop down to the forearms as you shoot your left leg back. Try to keep the right hip, the right leg as stable as possible. Now tap your left toes off the right side of your mat. Keeping the toes pointed, the legs straight, draw a big rainbow up and over left side. All the way back to the right. Shoulders out from the ears, tap to the left. To the right, to the left. Last time, tap right, tap left. Great. As you inhale, press into the hands, send the left leg back. Exhale, squeeze knee into your nose. Replant that left knee back onto the mat. All right, we're gonna do that one more time. Forearms drop down, right leg up. A little bit quicker, tap left. Tap right, tap left, tap right, left, right. Last time, left, right. Inhale, elbows lift, forearms off the ground. Exhale, squeeze, knee to nose. Right knee, step it back. All right, left side, forearms down, left leg back. Tap to the right and to the left. Engage your low belly. Think of the belly button towards your spine. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, forearms, elbows off the mat. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Plant your left knee back onto the mat. Bring your seat all the way back onto your heels, kneeling position. As you inhale, stretch the arms up, lift your hips. Bring your forearms parallel to the mat, palms face down. We're gonna roll back halfway. So you should feel your thighs catch here. We're gonna pulse back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, hips up, arms up. Exhale, forearms parallel, roll back and pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, bring it forward, arms up. Exhale, arms down, lean back. Shoulders out from the ears. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage your inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, last 2. Draw the low belly in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, last time, lean it back, forearms down, active fingers. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up and bring your hands to the mat underneath the shoulders, tabletop. Tuck into your toes, keep a big bend to your knees and hover your knees up off the mat. It's like a floating tabletop position. Think of the sternum coming forward. Try to keep the hips and shoulders in one line. Now keep your knees bent as you start to lift your hips up. Drive your lower belly towards your thighs. And then start to pedal out the legs here in your downward facing dog. And kind of shake the head out yes and no. Think of the outer hips lifting. Great. Next inhale, you're going to lift your heels up off the mat. Roll yourself forward to a high plank position. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Squeeze the inner thighs. From here, we're going to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right foot. Inhale, sweep your right arm high. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right forearm down to the mat. Come to the outside of your right foot, inside of your left foot for a side forearm plank. Stretch your left arm up. Exhale, forearm plank. Shoulders are over the elbows. Forearms are parallel, palms face down. Bring your hips down to the mat. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Press down through the tops of your feet. Shoulders out from the ears, little tuck to your chin. Great. From here, bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Create an X shape. So bring your hands off the top corners of the mat. Widen your legs just a tad. You're going to inhale, everything lift up off the mat. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, everything lift. And we're going to take 2 lat pull downs. Drive the elbows towards the hips. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it down. Inhale, extend, lower all the way to the mat. So it's 2 lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and pull it down. 1, 2. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Last round, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend, and exhale, lower. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press down through the tops of the feet and into the hands and roll the torso up. Feel the sternum pull forward, drop the shoulders down, gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, roll yourself back to a downward facing dog. Feet hips distance, step it in if you need. Inhale, lift the heels up, roll yourself forward, high plank position. Now we're gonna roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot. Inhale, side plank with the right palm down. As you exhale, left forearm down. As you come to the outer edge of the left foot, inner edge of the right foot, stretch your right arm high. Exhale, right forearm to the mat, forearm plank. We're going to do some forearm plank rock back. So shift the shoulders forward, high into the toes, and then shift the shoulders back over the elbows. Shift forward, back, 8 more. Exhale, shift forward, inhale back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the belly, the legs down to the mat, press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, Sphinx pose, pulling the sternum forward. And exhale, forehead to the mat. Walk the hands back, press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. This time let's take a gaze over the right shoulder. Should feel a nice stretch through the lower left abdomen. And switch. Come back through center. Use your next exhale to bring the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Try not to wag the hips side to side too much. Use your peace sign fingers to catch your big toes. Use an inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. The elbows should come out to the sides here. Try to press evenly through all 4 corners of both feet. Drive the tailbone, the sitting bones up. As you pull your chest towards your shins. Great. Inhale, halfway lift. Slide your hands underneath your feet so the palms face up. Same thing here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, the elbows come out to the side. Putting a bend to the knees if you need. Try to press the belly onto the thighs. And think of lifting from the tailbone. All right, inhale, lift the head up, release one hand at a time. You're gonna bring your hands to your waist, keep your back as flat as possible. Inhale, come all the way up. Great, step your feet together, toes stay pointing forward. Roll the shoulders back and down, palms face forward. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Great, inhale, sweep your arms all the way up overhead. Lift from the sides of the body, but still keep pressing down through your feet. As you exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Crawl yourself out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, chaturanga. We're gonna lower halfway or all the way if you need. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Try to keep your left heel on the mat. Use an inhale, send your right leg high. So you might not be able to lift the leg super high. If your left calf, your left hamstring is tight, that's okay. Even weight in the palms. As you exhale, crunch knee into your nose. Try to hug your right heel towards your seat. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Drop your left knee. Use an inhale, sweep both arms up, low lunge. Great. From here, you're gonna bring your left hand to the middle of your upper back. Your right hand's gonna wrap down and around, trying to catch that grip like we did in the beginning. Again, towel or shirt can be used as a prop here. Try to press your head back into the left forearm. Now we're gonna lean a little bit to the right. You can keep the grip here, or you can release your right fingertips towards the mat or your hip and stretch your left arm up and over. You should feel this in your left hip flexor. Inhale, stretch both arms up. As you exhale, straighten your right leg, half split, curl the fingertips forward. Trying to peel the pinky edge of your right foot back. Feel the right hip point tug back as you press down through the top of your left foot. Sternum pulls forward. All right, turn your right toes to face the left edge of your mat. Pivot your left shin behind you. Bring your left hand towards the back of your mat. We're at a gate pose. Right arm stretch up and over. Now from here, you're gonna lift your right leg. You're gonna flex your foot and pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna crunch right elbow, right knee. Inhale, extend, foot flex and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee. 3 more. Inhale, extend. Quick exhales. 1, 2, 3, 4. And crunch. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch. Last 1. Inhale. Quick exhales for 1, 2, 3, 4. And crunch. Great. Go ahead. Inhale. Expand. Bring your right foot back down to the mat. And then you're going to bring your right knee to meet your left knee. Come all the way to seated. Plant your right hand. Inhale, left arm stretch up and over. So it's a kneeling side body stretch. It should feel really good on that left side. You're facing the long edge of your mat. Seat is on your heels. Inhale, stretch both arms up. And then coming back to that gate position. So left hand down, right arm extend. Plant your right hand onto the mat, facing the back of your mat. Find your high plank position by stepping the left foot back. Use your exhale to take a chaturanga. An inhale for upward facing dog, and an exhale for downward facing dog. Now this time trying to keep your right heel on the mat. Stretch the left leg up as high as you can. Exhale, squeeze, knee to nose, hug your left heel towards your seat. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Exhale, step up to your left thumb. Let your right knee fall to the mat, untuck the toes, low lunge, stretch your arms up. Now bend the right elbow. The right hand's gonna find the middle of your upper back. Left arm reaches underneath, trying to get the fingertips towards each other, maybe getting the bind. Lean it a little bit to the left, so you should feel a pretty big stretch in that right hip flexor. You can stay here, bring the left hand to the mat or to the hip. If you're releasing that grip, go ahead and extend the right arm. And inhale, both arms up through center. Exhale, half split, straighten your left leg. Little bend to the knee if you need. Feel the navel pull back and in towards the tailbone. Shoulder blades out from the ears. All right, we're gonna turn the left toes to face the right side of your mat. So we're facing same direction as before. Right shin's gonna pivot behind you. Plant your right hand at the top of your mat. Inhale, find your gate pose. Lift your left leg up and flex your foot. We're gonna take 4 pulses and then that elbow to knee crunch. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch it in, squeeze your oblique. Inhale, expand. Quick exhales. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Last 2. Crunch. Last 1. Pulse it for 1, 2, 3, 4. Crunch it in. And inhale back to your gate pose. Then bring your left knee to meet your right. The shins are next to each other. Come all the way up, seat to heels. Left hand to the mat, a nice stretch. So leaning up and over to the left. Try to keep your sitting bones on your heels. Right hand plants back at the top of the mat. Find your gate pose again. Left leg extend. Left hand to the mat, step it back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. We'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Great, inhale, right leg lift, keep that left heel on the mat. Exhale, step up to your right thumb. Inhale, left leg lift, standing L. Exhale, step, feet together, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, all the way back down, hands to mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, lead with your right foot, so step back, and then step back with your left, 1 vinyasa. And left side. All right, keeping the right heel down, inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, step, left thumb. Inhale, standing L, shift your weight forward. Exhale, step, feet together and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach the arms. And exhale, dive it right back down. Halfway lift. Exhale, lead with the left foot, hands to the mat, step back left and right, vinyasa. Come to your downward facing dog. All right, this time lift your right leg up. See if you can keep the left heel on the mat. If you need, you can lift it up, but try as best you can to keep it down. Now bend the right knee, stack the hips open. You can gaze under your left tricep, left armpit. See if you can spot your right toes. As you exhale, step in between the thumbs. Pivot your left heel down and rise to a warrior 2. Shoulders melt down the spine. Fingertips are active, reaching in opposite directions. Great. From here, play around with lifting your right heel up off the mat. Keep the knee stacked over the ankle. Firm down the outer blade of your left foot. Sink a little deeper. 3, 2, 1. Bring your right heel down. Inhale, reverse triangle. Give a little relief to that right leg. And exhale back to your warrior 2. All right, this time, keeping the legs as steady as possible, we're just going to shift the torso forwards and backwards. So you can kind of feel it in your obliques. It's almost like you are the rope in a game of tug of war. So moving forwards and backwards for 5, 4, draw the belly in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straight legs, reverse triangle. As you exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Keep your left hand down, pivot onto the left toes, reach your right arm high. Feel the right hip tug back. Great, drop your left knee. Bring your right hand to the back of your left thigh. Inhale, stretch your left arm high. Exalted Low Lunge. Feel the inner thighs hug towards each other. Now as you exhale, you're gonna plant your hands to the top of the mat. Instead of a standing L, we're going for a standing split. So you're stretching that left leg up as high as possible, forehead towards your right shin. Great. From here, let's go ahead and drive the left knee towards the right calf. Bend your right knee. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Hug your left heel towards your seat, kind of like we did in that knee to nose crunch. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. Toes are pointed. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit of a ballet move. So keep the legs up. Let's go ahead and extend the left leg. Draw a nice semicircle, toes point towards the mat until they almost touch the mat, then drive the knee back and up to the chest. Inhale, straight leg, draw a line, try to keep the hips as even as possible. Hug the left knee up and in. 3 more. Left knee up and in. Last 2, nice and slow and controlled. Last 1, you got it. Hug the left knee into the chest and release. Feet are hips distance. Relax your arms down by your side. Nice work, everyone. Inhale. Exhale. Great, let's bring the feet together, big toes to touch. Bend into your knees. Sweep your arms up for Utkatasana. Try to pull the knees back, sink a little bit deeper into your seat. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, the palms face down. Lift up your heels so you're pressing into the balls of your feet. You want to press the knees together and the ankles towards each other. This will help with your balance. Bring your gaze down, the neck is neutral. Now this is quite a challenge. Try to stay on the balls of the feet as long as possible as you straighten your legs. You can bring the fingertips to the mat, but try to keep the heels up. You'll really need to engage your belly. Your heels want to flop back onto the mat. Great, heels down, inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step, jump, or float yourself back. 1 vinyasa. Great. Left side, inhale, left leg lifted up. Bend the left knee, stack your left hip over your right. If you need, you can lift that right heel up, but try to press it back down. Nice big stretch through the right calf, right inner thigh, and then exhale. We're gonna step the left foot between the thumbs. Pivot your right heel down, use the inhale, open it up to a warrior 2. Your left heel is in line with your right arch, the shoulders melt down the spine. Let's go ahead and lift the left heel up. Keep bringing your left knee over your ankle. Bend a little bit deeper. Firm down the outer blade of your right foot. And release, left heel down. Inhale, reverse triangle, getting a little relief to that left leg. Exhale, find your warrior 2, rebend into the left knee. Now keeping the legs as stable as possible. Again, we're gonna reach forwards and backwards, just moving through the obliques, okay? So reach forwards, back, legs stay steady. Draw the belly in, think of the navel towards the spine. Fingertips are active, sink deeper into the left knee. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your left leg, inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, hands to the mat. You're keeping your right hand there, pivoting high onto the right toes. Inhale, left arm high. Bring your right knee down to the mat, untuck the toes. Left hand to the back of the right thigh, exalted low lunge. Stamp down the left heel. The more you lean back, the more you're stretching into that right hip flexor. Great. As you plant your fingertips, kick your right leg up super high for standing split. Forehead towards your left shin, draw the belly in. Maybe you gaze back towards the back of your mat. Drive your right knee towards your left calf, prop up onto your fingertips. Hug your right heel in towards your seat. So the hamstring and the calf are active. As you inhale, you're gonna lift your torso along with your knee in towards your chest. Toes stay pointed, the arms are up, palms face each other. All right, so we're gonna take that same move. It starts with extending the right leg so the toes point forward, keeping the leg extended as you draw a nice slow circle so the toes point to the mat. Once they almost touch the mat, rebend the knee and hug the knee back and in towards the chest. Extend that right leg forward, drawing a nice slow circle. Hug it up and in. 3 more. Slow breathing. Inhale, extend. Exhale, slowly lower. Great. Last 2. Keep the belly engaged. I know this is challenging. Last 1. Knee into the chest and slow and with control release. Feet are hips distance. Relax the thighs. Whew, let that go. Breath in and out. Let's bring the feet together. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Try to breathe length into the sides of the body. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, the palms face down, lift the heels up. Press the knees and the ankles towards each other again. Try to get the pinkies closer to each other. Now keeping the legs as straight, or the heels off the mat, see if you can straighten the legs. For an added challenge this time, keep the arms off the mat. Great, now keep the heels up as you come all the way to stand on the tippy toes. Palms press overhead and you're really squeezing your inner thighs. Press the ankles towards each other, higher onto the toes. Exhale, heels to the mat, cactus your arms, lean back. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other, open up the chest, and exhale, forward fold, forehead towards your face. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step jump, or float back, vinyasa. All right, guys, I think it's time for a little bit of relief here. Let's go ahead and stretch things out. We're gonna do some active stretching. Inhale, stretch your right leg up and back. As you exhale, step, replace your right hand, reach the right arm high. Drop the left knee, reach the right arm back. See if you can bend your left knee and tap your foot. Now we're gonna take that a few times. So it's like a twisted lunge, crooked monkey flow. So release, left toes to the mat, plant your right hand, send that right leg up and back. Exhale, step outside right pinky, inhale, right arm high. Exhale, left knee to mat, bend the knee, tap your foot. Inhale, left toes tuck, right arm up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, right leg up and back, last time. Exhale, step outside the pinky, reach the right arm high, inhale. Exhale, knee to mat, bend the knee and hold. You can prop up onto the left fingertips. You can also use a block if you'd like. Keep your knee pointing out over your second toe. All right, we'll go ahead and release the back foot. Walk your right foot over to the left side of your mat. We're gonna take a pigeon pose. However, let's keep it active to start. So instead of just crawling yourself all the way forward, Really press down through the outside of your right shin. Try to lift your torso up. To make it even more active, you can stretch your arms back. Press down through the top of your left foot. Great. Breathing with control. Even breath in, even breath out. All right, from here, go ahead and plant your hands in front of your right shin. Walk your left toes in just a tad. I'm going to tuck your left toes. We're going to come to a figure 4 down dog. So lifting your hips up, cross your right ankle over your left thigh as you bend your left knee. Keep the right foot flexed, gaze back towards your left foot, let the head drop. Keep driving the right knee back. And simply release. Right foot to the mat, downward facing dog. Now inhale, stretch your left leg up and back. Step outside of your left hand. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Exhale, drop the right knee. Lift the foot. Use your left hand to reach back. Tap the toes. Now inhale, right toes tuck, left arm high. Exhale, replace the hand. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step outside the left hand. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, knee to mat, tap the toes, look back. Inhale, toes tuck, left arm high. Last time, plant the hand. Use an inhale, stretch the left leg up and back. Exhale, step outside the hand. Inhale, left arm reach, chest opens to the left. Exhale, drop the knee, bend it, and catch the foot. We're pausing here so you can prop up onto the right fingertips or use a block. Drive your left knee over the second toe. Let's release that foot. Walk your left foot all the way over to the right side of your mat. Drop the left knee to the mat as well. We're taking our active pigeon pose. So instead of bringing your torso forward, we're trying to keep it upright. Now you can use your hands as an assist to make it harder. Let's float those arms back, really pressing into the outside of your left shin, the outer pinky edge of your left foot. You're also really pressing down through the top of the right foot to keep the hips square, not lean side to side. 3. Long breaths. 2. Last one. Plant your hands. Tuck your right toes and walk the knee and the foot forward just a tad. Now you're going to lift your hips up, cross your left ankle over your right thigh as you bend your right knee for a figure 4 down dog. Breathing weight in the palms, your gaze is back towards your right foot so the head can hang. Now release. Step your left foot back to meet your right, downward facing dog. All right, as you inhale, lift your heels. You're going to look forward between your thumbs. Step, jump, or float yourself through your hands to a seat. Great. From here, let's go ahead and bring the bottom of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Flex your left foot a lot. I like to use kind of my right hand to manipulate, open up the right hip. It's external rotation. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Keep the foot flexed. Let the right shoulder, the right armpit drop. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, come back. All right, we're gonna plant the right foot outside of the left thigh. Try to point your right toes forward as much as possible. Your left foot stays flexed. Hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Plant your right hand behind you, twist. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Eventually, maybe bringing that gaze over the right shoulder towards the back of your mat. All right, we've done this a few times in class before. It's really not that difficult, just the transition is a little tricky. It's gonna be a nice stretch for the outer right hip. It's called a horizon lunge. So you're gonna unwind your torso. You're gonna come to the outer edge of your left foot and onto your outer left hip. Point your right toes to the long edge of your mat. Plant your left hand about a foot or so from your left hip. And then press down through your right foot, outer edge of your left foot, stretch the right arm up and over. Trying to press the hips up, it should feel pretty nice in that outer right hip. Gaze up and release. Coming all the way back down onto a seat, and we're switching. Right leg extend, bottom left foot, inner right thigh. Can use your hands to manipulate if you are kind of getting your calf and your hamstring stuck on each other, which happens to me. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folds. Really focusing on dropping the left torso this time, as it's a little bit easier to lean and open up to the left. Try to keep it even. 3, 2, and 1. Next inhale, come back up. Plant your left foot outside the right thigh, right knee. Try to point the toes forward as much as possible. Right foot stays flexed. We're twisting to the left. Press down through the inner blade of your left foot. Use your elbow to press to the knee to press to the elbow. Gaze back. 3, 2, 1. Unwind the torso first. Come to the outer blade of the right foot and the right hip. Turn your left toes to face the long edge of your mat. Plant your right hand about a foot or so from your right hip. Inhale, lift the hips up, really pressing through the outer edge of the right foot. Trying to press the hips up a little bit more. 3, gaze up. 2, 1. Release, come all the way down onto the mat. Extend both legs. Wiggle into your sitting bones. Inhale, arms up. Keep your spine as flat as possible as you forward fold. So before rounding, put a bend to the knees. We'll be here for 4 long breaths. Focus on keeping the feet flexed. Lengthening the entire backside of your body. Last long breath. Great, go ahead, inhale, sit it back up, plant your hands behind you, come down to the forearms. We're gonna take a nice fish pose from here. So the fingertips are underneath your seat, toes point forward. Your chest is lifted. Now try to press your spine into the back of your heart as you drop your head back. So it's a nice stretch on the throat. You should feel a stretch through the abdomen. Really press into the forearms, point the toes. You can feel the inner thighs spiral in towards each other and down for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Bring the back of your head onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Bring the back of your head onto the mat. Rock a bit side to side. If there's anything else you'd like to take here, any sort of twisting, happy baby, inversion of your choice, back bend, now's a great time to do so. Give you a few breaths to take care of that. I always like to end my practice in a gentle twist. All right, once your practice feels complete here, let's go ahead and find your final resting pose. Let your feet extend to the top corners of your mat. Try to work your feet about to mat's distance and let the toes flop out so you can feel the inner thighs relax. Try to wiggle the tailbone down and away from you. From there, you can walk the shoulder blades in towards each other, trying to get your back completely flat. Lastly, tuck the chin a bit, just lengthening the back of your neck, your spine, so your spine should feel as long as possible. Now there's going to be a little arch in the lower back. It's going to lift up off the mat. That's okay. We just want to completely relax here, so let go of any tension or contraction. Palms relax, jaw relax, soften the space between your eyebrows. And whatever your focus might have been for your practice today, your intention, maybe your intention or goal for the week, allow that feeling, that sensation, that emotion to completely overcome you. So maybe feeling it start at your heart center. Imagine sending that strength, the confidence, the relaxation all the way into every single fiber of your being. Letting it kind of course through your veins until you have no choice but to feel that way. I like to repeat my intention to myself here in Shavasana using the inhale for I am. Exhale, strong, confident, relaxed, at peace, whatever it is for you. As slowly as you can, so maybe taking up to a full minute, wiggling into the body first, and then making your way up to a seat, but no rush again, maybe seeing how long it can take you to get there. Moving a little bit slower than usual with a little bit more awareness. Eventually finding that easy seated position with the eyes closed. Yoga is awareness, so it's bringing light into the darkness. Not only, especially in classes like today, are we bringing awareness into different muscle groups or parts of the body that you might not know exist. You know, the small muscles we don't work too often. Also bringing awareness into your mind. So just taking a moment to notice how you feel. Hopefully a little bit different than you did when you stepped on your mat. Acknowledging any thoughts that are still there, letting them go. When you're ready, float both hands to heart center. Feel your thumbs press into your sternum. Let's take a nice full breath in, lengthen, fill up. Exhale, sigh. Steady breath in. Then bow to honor yourself, your intention, your practice, whatever it is you're working to cultivate on and off your mat. I truly hope you enjoyed your practice today with me here in Istanbul, Turkey. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. There'll be new videos posted every single Wednesday. Like I said, I'm headed to a new destination in Turkey later today. So if you have any guesses on what it might be, or keep an eye out for next week's video, go ahead and let me know how you like this in the comments. Any questions, comments, concerns as well. See you next week.